Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm your dating relationship coach Mike here, and today we're gonna be talking about should you go back to an ex? This is the hardest uh, thing that you're gonna ask me for in the comment section, also in my email box. So you guys asking me about that. Should I go back to my ex? Probably, on my opinion, you should never go back to your ex because it is totally a bad idea to go back to an ex. Why? The number one is if you go back together, or if you go back to an ex, the number one thing is the problem that led you to break up will still be there if you get back together. For example, let's say you messed up on, like, I don't know how you messed up, but maybe you cheated on her. And when you get back together, and maybe you're not, maybe you stop cheating on the other girls, and when you do get back together with her, then after you have been just like for 3 or 4 months with her, then you started getting cheated on her. You start cheating on her because that thing is adapted on your psychological mind. Then after that breakup, and if you do get back together with your ex, you are actually going to cheat her. Exactly. And that was actually the bad idea, that you should not go back to your ex. So the second thing is that you have to ask yourself that how did she treat you during that time? Did she treat you well during that time after the breakup? Or did she say negative things about you? Or does she responsible, or is if she is responsible, or is not responsible? For example, like, even if we are in breakup situation and we're trying to chase a woman because we're so emotional and we're so sad and upsetting, then if she doesn't respond, or if she didn't treat us well, then that could be a good sign that you should never go back to your ex, because you have to ask yourself, how did she treat you? If she treats you well, maybe you can go back together. But as I think, going back to your ex, it is totally bad idea, and I should probably going to just tell you that you should actually going to move on with a new woman. That's the case. The other one is that is she emotionally stable, or is she emotionally erotic? You have to just do that, because girls are, we know that they're emotional creatures, and they are doing or saying negative things about that by their emotions. So if she control an emotion, if her control is emotional, that could be a sign that your ex will not gonna be taking you back. The other one is if you call her or text her, she's not gonna respond to your text. That will be a good sign that she's not gonna be continue with you. The other sign is try the no contact rule if you need to get back to your ex. A lot of guys go through the breakup and this still happen again. Then they go to no contact for 30 days, and they even just try if they is misses you. If your ex doesn't miss you during no contact, or if she doesn't reach out to you, this means the big sign that she's already done with you and she's not gonna deal with the breakup. That's all. Even some girls, they're gonna text you, they're gonna say hi to you, they're gonna just say their day was going, they're gonna say that how your day going. They're still being polite. It doesn't mean that they like you, it doesn't mean that they just want to be with you. Because why? In girl psychological mind, that if they break up with the girl, and if they think that guy who's broken up with, it doesn't have any chances with them, they're actually going to be done with you. That's the key here. So listen, if you consider to go back to your ex, maybe you broke up with her for some reason, and you do a lot of personal growth work and a lot of serious personal growth work that you're done, and finally, when you do get back to her, when you think you can start over, that might actually work. Because this could be a sign maybe you actually figuring out the problem that you let your break up with her. That's the key. So the other thing is that I really recommend you for this video, if you consider to go back to your ex, that is absolutely totally a bad idea. That I really recommend you is to start a new woman. That's the key here. Because if you're starting a new woman with it confidently after you broke off, after you take a lot of like 2 or 3 months to completely reset your feelings, then starting with a new woman because you're gonna be more free and not being afraid about because she's not actually your ex and you're gonna start a new woman. At least this gonna be helping you for both of you. That's the keys. So if you consider to go back to your ex, that is absolutely the best and a bad idea. So you can have to go into just remove this thing on your mind and try to meet other women. Try to do some serious personal growth improvement with yourself, and that's it. That's how you can actually do that. And also, try to ask yourself like if try to ask yourself when in breakup situation, how does she treat you in that moment? You have to remember that if you need to consider to go back to your ex, just try to remember that how she did treat you. Does she treat you well or does she treat you poorly? You have to ask your question about that. If she treats you poorly, this is the biggest answer that she's already done with you, and it gives you an answer that she's done with you, and also it gives you closure. So what I really recommend you guys, if you consider get back to your ex, the number one thing that I just tell you this is the problem that led you to break up will still be there when you be together. The second one is try to consider that how did she treat you during that time, and then you can actually figure it out whether you should go back to your ex or you should actually move forward within a clean step with your new woman. That's the case here. So, in my opinion, you should never go back to your ex again. Then, that could be good for you to start a new woman, fresh and new start within a healthy relationship. Also, let me tell you something. If you go back together with your ex, your relationship could be turning into a toxic one. So, we all know that toxic relationships are so bad and it's not healthy. That's the key. So I hope you get the idea about you should never go back to your ex, because you guys have been asking me a lot of questions about should I get back to my ex. It is totally a bad idea to go back to an ex. So that is the thing. So if you are watching this video and if you're new for this channel, click to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're new, also like this video if you have enjoyed this video. Also comment section below about what do you think that you should go back to your ex or not after this watching this video. And I'll see you guys next time with another video, and thank you for watching.